something called tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tuna back again. This week we're going to do a hardware review. So this is the Jsaux Gaming shock absorbent storage case for the Switch 2. I was given this case as for purpose of review, but I made sure that I can say whatever I want about this case, otherwise I wouldn't have accepted it otherwise. So yep, so I can basically say whatever I want. All thereafter is an unboxing or maybe a review, but I'm going to do both. So here's the storage case. Comes in a fairly big box. I can't even actually fit it all on in my camera view. So we'll unbox this. I have opened it up to have a quick look at it. So it's not completely sort of new unboxing. So let's get rid of the box just over there. So this is what you actually get. So this is the actual top plate. We'll take this, put this to the side and take it out. So this is the hard top case, which is quite hard, which also doubles up as a storage case for your Switch games, which is quite nice. And it's got like a sort of hard foam thing to protect the screen, which is quite nice. Very rigid, can't bend it. Nice case. That's going to offer a fair amount of protection, I think, for your Switch 2. So that's the first part. So also you get in here, this is basically just a little what if booklet and some stickers they'd left over, so nothing special. Same as some I don't know, packet things, don't need them, bad for you. That's all I could say. It doesn't matter how inviting they are. You also get a bit of foam that goes in there. You do get full instructions in English as well, how to actually install the case and everything if you want to read them. Pretty simple, just tells you how to do it all. And now we're actually on to the main bit. So we open this up. What you actually get, and this is the back cover. This back cover is quite flexible, as you see. It is fairly flexible, but I think it's thin and flexible for a reason. So you can still use the original Switch dock with this. So, but we will test that out. So that's that bit. And then what you get then, if I pull these out. What you get then, this is the actual joycon grips, and I don't know whether you can see, it's got a really nice texture to it. Feels lovely actually. It's like rough enough to be a good grip, but not too rough to sort of rub your skin. Feels really nice. These feel they're all quite rigid and quite nice quality as well. And they do have a little bit of a weight to them, and there's a little rubber piece by there, which I assume keeps your Joy-Con in there. And we're going to, the one is pretty much exactly the same thing, but the left one, exactly the same deal, bit of rubber pad, strong plastic, quite thick. It's not hollow at all actually, it's like full plastic, and a really nice grip. So let me get this box out the way. So like I prepared earlier, I've got the Switch just here, and I've got the Joy-Cons. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this together and see. Of course I got the Joy-Cons the wrong way around. It's not the other right way around, it's just upside down. So I'll start with the Joy-Cons then. So you can go on the Jsaux Gaming website. There is a video that shows you how to put it together and some instructions if you're stuck. So basically I think you've got to slot this in, that's it, until it covers the buttons at the top. Look, cover the buttons, and then you push it. I think you can just push. You are, and just give it a bit of push together. So that is in, and you end up with a Joy-Con that looks like that. It's not obstructing any of the buttons, which is good. Same with these, and same with that. It does have a bit of a lip, which did cause a problem with the D-brand one, but it doesn't seem to have that problem with this one. So that's your left Joy-Con. So let's do the right one. So I'm doing this looking through a camera, which is not good. Maybe I should overlook. There you are. So let's try pushing it down this time. Oh, that worked. Yeah, that's in there as well. I will say, mind, out of the box, my right Joy-Con is looser than my left one on my Switch. I don't know why that is, but this one definitely comes off a lot easier than this one. I found the same with the original D-brand case before it was fixed. This would just flop off basically. So here's the switch body. It's just all right. It's upside down. So there's the switch body. I do still have my D-brand rubber thing that goes over the stand on here. So we'll see if this actually will go over that rubber stand. As you can see, it's a bit raised. So let's have a look then. So there's the bottom. So I'm assuming you clip the top in first. So let's get this lined up, and then we should be able to clip the bottom in. Oh yes, okay. So they basically just clip over and hold on, and then the top bit holds on there as well. Feels nice and flush. Okay, all the ports seem fully accessible, and the holes are in the right place. Same with the top. Let's try the yep, that comes off no problems at all as well. Very nice, and you can, looks like you can easily get to all your buttons, which you can. Cool. So that clips on there quite nice, and on the back then it looks like this, and my D-brand stand still works. Okay, so that's cool. Gives it definitely a harder protection on the back now, and it's slightly see-through, as you can see. You can still see a switch too. So let's clip these on. Easy enough. Easy enough. So I do the one hand test and the one hand test. Okay, so they didn't fall off. If you do shake these quite violently, mind, even with other cases, they will actually fall off. So, but yeah, that's fine. Even though that, like I said, my right one is definitely looser. So they don't seem to be falling off even when flexing it like that. Not if you're going to do it. You're going to hold the switch with your fingers anyway, because you're not going to trust it to fall off. So that's quite nice. So that's what it looks like. You can see it's got a nice grippy bump on there. You can see where it goes across onto the actual buttons as well. Same on the other side. So it actually does look like a complete case once you actually put it together. So feels very nice actually. Your fingers on these bits, this finger fits nicely in that groove, and it feels nice and natural, which is good. None of the buttons are being obstructed by any of the plastic or anything. Same with the and the buttons are here. Yep, that actually feels very nice. Feels quite a secure case. So let's try the top plate. So I believe you've got to push it onto the top like so, and then just clip it down. Right, and okay, and that's how you end up with a full case. So to get my inhaler, so that is pretty solid. So that's a nice solid top in it. Protection for your joysticks as well, especially with the protection all round as well, and the back. I think, to be honest, I think if you did drop this, there's a good chance it's going to hit the actual plastic bumps, or it's going to hit the top, and I think the switch is going to be pretty nicely protected, I would say. So that is very nice. That is a very nice case. Feels nice and solid as well, especially with the top on it. That feels solid. Okay, so I believe to get it off, you flip it up. Oops, you've got to hold it and flip it, and then you push it back and it just falls off. So that's cool. So what we'll do now, I'll grab a game, which I've got one somewhere. At least I did have one somewhere. Right, here we go. I found it. So let's find a game. So I'll see what happens if this fits in. So it's just a push fit, pretty flush, and it's below the actual, or roughly about the same size. It looks roughly about the same. It is slightly below the foam, I think. Yeah, it is. It is slightly below the foam, which is good. So this is not going to really be pressing against the screen. The foam's going to be a little bit higher, and it pulls that. Let's check these middle ones because they don't have the little markings. That'll be the same. Yep. Yep, definitely slightly lower. Okay. So that's nice and easy. It doesn't seem to be marking the carts or anything when you push them in and out. So you can fit 10 games in there, which is very nice. That's quite a handy thing for when you're traveling, or even if you just want to keep your Switch safe if you're using handheld a lot. Okay, So that works pretty nice. So let's turn this on. I was in the middle of a bit of Donkey Kong. So let's try this with Donkey Kong. Yep, we're in. Oh, okay, I'm falling. So let's see what this actually plays like. I'm going to have to play through the viewfinder, so going to be interested. Okay. Jump into problems, punching. Rolling buttons, nothing sticking on the buttons. Volume up and down is easy to get to. That's it. That's easy to get to. Okay, here's your charging port. That's no problems. You can swap games quite easily by pulling that up. Okay, so nothing's restricted or anything like that. You can still use the kickstand, even though that's... So you can still play it on the kickstand. That's the first time I've used a kickstand, actually. Which is quite funny. So, yeah. Okay, this does seem like a very nice case. Very comfortable. Can't fault it. Everything seems to work. It does seem to offer some quite nice protection. It's not restricting any of the buttons or anything, which is nice. Okay, so we'll turn that off. I did have a little bit of a play with it earlier to see what it was like, just to give it a good test before I did this unboxing and review, just to make sure. But yeah, I like the feel of this. I gotta be honest. I think it actually feels very nice. Those bumps are a good size. Like, I haven't got massive hands. If I wear gloves, I normally wear a large. So, you know, medium to large fits me perfect with gloves. So I haven't got like massive hands. But that does feel very comfortable. And I got to admit, that is some nice protection on it as well. If you're taking it out, that is going to protect the screen from quite a few hits. I do have a screensaver on this as well. So that is raising the screen up a little bit more than normal. I put that on there as soon as I bought it. I chucked the screensaver on there. Yeah, so it seems a very nice case indeed. So we'll put it like that because it looks cool. Actually, I'll put it like that because it looks even good. Right, okay, so I've had a look on the Jsaux website. So basically on the original website, which is the .com website, I'll put a link to it in the review. Currently, this case is normally $29.99, and that's dollars. So you're talking like 23 quid. But at the moment, they've got to save $15. So you could essentially, if you're in the US especially, you could buy this case for basically $15, which is crazy. It's about 12 quid. For 12 quid, that is a pretty amazing case. For 29, which is 23 quid, I still think this seems a very nice case. Very nice case indeed. So that's the original website. If you have a look on Amazon, which I'll put a link as well, on Amazon as well, sold by Jsaux themselves, it's currently 8% off at the moment. It's $23.99. It's normally $25.99. But if you're in the UK, obviously you're getting UK shipping, and you're not going to risk any input charges or anything like that, and you can get it next day, which is very nice. So, like I said, Jsaux sent me this. I can say whatever hell I want about this case. So if it was rubbish, I would say it, because that was the one stipulation I had of having this, was if I didn't like it, I'm free to say whatever I want. But I gotta be honest, for 23 quid or $15 if you're in America, this is a damn nice case, and it feels nice and comfortable. It's got your nice hard top cover. You can keep your games in it when you're out and about as well. Good for traveling if you want to chuck your Switch 2 in a bag for traveling or whatever. You know with this on it and the back cover, you know it's going to be pretty protected. Same if you would drop it or to get knocked, you're going to be all right. So yeah, that's a very nice case. I think I can actually recommend this case. It's a nice case for the money. I bought myself the D brand case, which I think works out about $70. So, you know, essentially it's about 3 times the price of this. And don't get me wrong, the D brand case is very nice, but I gotta be honest, for a third of the price, I'd be really happy with this. It's a very nice case. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so definitely this case is recommended, guys. I will put a link to both websites, Amazon and the official website to this. And if you do fancy picking it up, I said there's no affiliation links or anything like that. If you do fancy picking it up, it's totally up to you. I'm not going to get anything from it, and that wasn't the idea of doing this review anyway. So I'm not a monetized channel anyway. So, but it's nice to get some samples in that I can actually do reviews on, which is quite nice. So yeah, very nice case. Definitely recommended. So hopefully you enjoyed that hardware review, guys. So that was the Jsaux, what was it actually called? Jsaux shock absorbent storage case, or they've got it down as split protection case on Amazon. So it's got a slightly different name, but it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that, guys, and I shall catch you soon with something else. So I will see you then. So bye all. Ta-da.